and welcome back to techystack channel. Today we'll try to explore how we can update this data to the Excel file. So actually if you see this, we have some certain data. So till here this is a columns: cell CID, LAC, BSC and EA, IC, US. These are all the columns, and this 308108, after that 30811, this should become here. So now we need to take that count. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I'm downstream also I'm checking. This is a 1. So this is related to cell. After this 3088 related to CID, and 2844 which is related to LAC, and E2824 related to BSC, EA related to, sorry, 106 related to EA, and Western Pool, this everything is related to the IUCS. So if you go down, let me down. So the data it's look like. So this is a standard data which we get in the what, sorry, not the word, it is in the text. So now we'll try to do how we can enter this data, convert to the Excel. Let me close this text file and I'm going back to the Uipath studio. Okay, here the first step is I need to read the data. For that, I am taking read text file. So just I take the read text file, and after that I need to update this path. So this is the my data. Just I am taking this path and I updated here. After this, enter the data I am storing into the one variable output 2. So here I will create txt data. Okay, this is coming from the text file now, so I make it as txt data. So after that, just I'm checking. So how this data is appears here. So just I will keep one message box. Okay, then I will give this txt data. Just I will check how the data is look like. Okay, here the having some extra spaces or something is here. So let me stop this. And now I will take here for each activity. For each activity. And here I will update that txt data. And I will keep the message box here and I will check how the data is coming here. So let me put it here, current row item. If not, you can dot to string also is fine. As of now, it's not required. So just run. So some blank spaces, I mean, data are there. So we need to exclude the data. Okay, see, okay, it's not coming like this. So now what we need to now, we need to skip these blanks and entire convert as a one line. For example, if it is cell is there, it should be in the one line. Similarly, we need to do for the everything. So now I will just take this data and I will update here. So txt, this is my data. After the dot, I need to split the data. So how I am splitting the data? So whatever the new lines are there now, so I have some couple of lines are there. I'm splitting with that, and here I'm just removing the empty entries. So if I have any lines with the empty, so it will just skip that part. So I'm just click on this OK. I will run this bot again, and we'll see how the data is looks like. So its box is there. Okay, still okay. Now cell it appears. Okay, CID. So let me stop this and I will check the first one. So what type of I'm getting that. So let me go to here. Let me keep the breakpoint. Okay, now I will just check current. So it's having the blank. So now what I will do now, I will put one more if condition inside that. So just I'm taking the if condition here, not equals to blank. So let me update current item dot to string. Okay, if it is not equals to blank, then it should come inside. So let me run this. Okay, this is not blank, but still it's appearing here in this data. So now let me check what data. Okay, cell. Okay. So here I give the one extra space. Now just I will remove I remove the extra space here and I will rerun this part again. So let me run. Okay, still it's appearing this data. So what is this data? So I need to check what is this data. Just I'm checking current of length. So let me try to go in different way. So it's having the length is one. So now I need to open the my txt file. So when I go and check here, there is no data with the length of one. Okay. So if I have the length is one, then I need to skip that path. So let me close this and go back to here. So I'm taking just length of this one. Okay. Let me go inside and update. Not so okay. I will just put on greater than one. Okay. If it is greater than one only, then it will come inside. Else no need to come. So now I'm running this. Okay. Still. Okay, let me put greater than 2. Maybe I give wrong condition here. Greater than or equals to. Yeah, this is fine. It will work exactly. Okay, still having. I don't know why it's one. I removed the if condition, and now what I will do, so I will just update whatever the data from the text file. So just I will update to the one Excel file. So let me take this right cell workbook. So I'm using this activity and updating the path. After that, I will make it a sheet name data and what is my data here. So current item dot to okay. Before updating that, I need to take on assign activity. Okay, I'm taking this as an activity and creating the counter variable. So for incrementing, so by default, I will take test two. Okay, I will tell you why I will take test two. So here a and counter dot to string. So just I'm updating data from A2. So in column A1, I have some data. So I will make it as some dynamic data here. So it won't change every time. So just I will make it as text data. One extra row I added. And here it should be available data in the A1. Okay. Now everything is done here. So let me go and check if the file is available. Then I need to delete that file. If not, then I will run that. So I have the sample data is there. So I deleted. Now I'm running this code. So it will take some couple of time to extract the entire data to the Excel file. So let it run this. So it execution has been completed. Now I'm opening the Excel file here. So I have opened Excel file and there is no data. So let me do what happened here. Okay, I forget to increment the counter here. That's why we are not able to see this data. So let me take this counter plus one. Okay, again rerunning this plot. Let it execution should be complete and then we'll go to that Excel file and we'll see how the data is looks like. Okay, so why it's happening means, so I need to delete this Excel file. So why? Because it's looping that Excel file every time now. So if it is not deleted, not deleted, then it will create that error. So that's why I'm removing that file. I need to remove that Excel file when I'm running this bot. So if you want, you can do one more delete activity on the top of it, and you can run this entire other activities. So let it should complete the run. Here execution has been completed and you see, so there is no error at all. So I'm opening this sample data and I open this. So if you see here, I updated column A1 and most of the data are completed here and I have the 1094 rows. So which this data is not required. So from this data, what I will do now? So I will use macros here. So with the help of macros, I will remove these things. So whatever here having now, this extra spaces, I mean unwanted spaces, I will remove and I will fetch only this data. So opening the one Excel file for creating a macros code. So going to the developer options and like insert the one module. I will make it as subject sample. So you can do whatever your name. So the first step is I need to open the workbook. So for that, I make it as mwkb equals to workbooks dot open and I need to update the path. So here my path is sample data. So I taken this sample data. This is fine. I need to save this file with macro. Macro should be have some extension which we call dot xlsm. So let me update the thing into input itself. I go on here and I will make it as macro enable workbook and I will make it as sample data macro. It is fine. Let me check whether it saved perfectly or not. Okay, so you can see this macro sample data macro is there. So now I need to do things here. Let it open the first workbook file and later we need to filter that data. Just I am running this part only for the first step. So workbook has been opened here. So now I need to update the filter. So let me take the filter mwpp dot it's of data dot use range auto filter field equals to 1 and this is my criteria. So here I have updated. This is my criteria. So let me change the variables auto filter. Okay, it's having some mistake that, so I need to rectify that. Now this is done. So just I run only this case. Okay. So once I filtered that, so I need to exclude this data. So let me update here not equals to and rerunning this in the same step. So data is not equals to that. It's having one step. First one, I this is the thing. Okay, I will take. Okay, I need to check what type of data is here appearing. So let me check that as well. I'm stopping this bot. It just I updated these things. So what it will it will just filter not equals to this and this. So later it will done. Once the filter is applied, so I need to copy this data. So wkb dot let me copy this. So dot copy and I need to paste at another sheet. So I need to paste. So before copying the data, so I will just create one more new sheet. So dot sheets dot add So name equals to data. I mean, let me make it as final data. Okay, once this is done, so I need to create this data into the one table format. So for that, I will take one more sheet, which is called data table sheet. So let it be. So now let me run till this. Okay, let me run the final data. Okay, I need to close this and I will delete the sheets here. Let me delete all the things and I have to rerun the spot again. I have removed the filter as well. So now I'm running this. So once I run it, okay, it's having something. Okay, so I need to paste it at another sheet. So I need to paste it final data. So let me make it and I will let me run from this step again. So data has been copied and it's updated into the final data sheet. Okay, now this is done. So after that, what I need to do now? So I will just loop the entire thing. So for that, I am taking for each activity a counter equals to 2. So because I need to exclude the first column, I mean first row. So just I will exclude the first row. Loop. So let me take this workbook dot I mean temp wkb dot mwkb dot sheets of final data dot range of a and rows dot count dot end of excel of auto. Okay, and after that I need to keep the next. So this is a for closing the loop. So now what I need to do now? So just I need to check this how many rows are there. So cell is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these 6 should be come like this. Let me show you here. DS values and should be come like this. And whatever the data downside here till 6, next to 6. So I need to copy this shared data should come like this. So similar way I need to do for the rest of the things. And I'm not sure why this is extra boxes, I'm not sure why it is coming this thing. Okay, now let me do the same thing for this. So here my counter is 6. Okay, let me go back to here and I will take here temp counter. Just this is for reference purpose. If it is used, then I will use, else I won't use. Okay. I need to update the if condition. So first step, I take the if condition. If temp counter is equals to 1, then I need to update the data in the, let me update it here and if. So I need to update data in the data table. So let me take this mwkb dot range of, so this should be data table range of, I need to update at column A and counter -1. So basically my counter is here is 2. So just I updated the -1 dot value equals to. So just I will copy and just modified here. So here this should be the final data. Okay, and A of counter. That's it. Okay, similar way I need to do for the else ifs. Total my count is here 6 now. So I need to do for this 6 times. So this is for else if and I make it a count as 2. So this should for the B. Okay. And this is as it is. So no need to change anything here. And let me update for the all the things. So 3 is done. 4, 5, and let me update this 6. Okay, and I will just change the data inside here. 1, 2, this is for 3, and this should be the column C, and this is for the 4, and this is column for the E5, and this is for the E6, and this range for the F. So just I will run from here. Before that, let me delete the data here. So okay, I need to run from the above. So here this is a temp counter is equal to 1. So after everything here, I will just increment the temp counter. Okay, if equals to 1, then it will go to here and update the data. So updated this. Now it will go to again on a temp counter just for the temp counter 2, and it will check and update the data here on the B2 cell. Okay, let me. Okay, here we need to update one more thing. So if you observe here, the counter it's changed. So now what I will do now, so I will make it as here row counter. So let me take this row counter here, everything. Okay. Why? Because of that it's getting wrong data, no? So that's why. Let me remove this data here. I need to do for all the things. Okay, and downside, I will make it is equal to row counter plus 1, and I need to declare the row counter equals to 1 on the top. So I'm just running the bot from here again. So here my row count and temp count both I have declared, and these both are required for this. So let me run step by step. So it will enter into the loop, and if it is equal to 1, then update the data and scale. And here just check the temp counter, it will increment, and row counter also it will increment. Okay, now the temp counter is equal to 2, and I have updated the data in the 2. Okay, here I need to think here. So a row counter getting 2. So it should be 1 until complete this one. Okay, fine, no problem. So I will put one if condition. Okay, why that if condition means I will let you know here. So here everything it should be 6. So once this is 6, after complete only we need increment that counter. Okay, now I will put here if, let me take this temp counter. So temp counter is equals to 6. Then temp counter, I need to update this is outside. Row counter equals to row counter plus 1. And if and this temp counter is equals to 0. Okay, if I declare 0, then it will go on switch to the 1. So now we will check this condition. So I think it will work. So there is no issues this condition. Let me remove the data from here. Okay, I'm running this temp counter, everything is declared. So data has been updated and it will check. So the temp counter is automatically incrementing this. Okay, now temp counter is equals to 2. Then updated the data at the column B. So I need to update the column B. So now it keep on moving. So now my temp counter is 3. So update the data in LAC, C value. So temp counter is 4. Updated the BSC in there. Temp counter is 5. So update the data as EA. Temp counter is 6. Okay, update the value as UCS. So whatever this data is from this model to just it changed from this to transpose. So this is fine. Now we'll check downside the part how it will works. So let me go to here. If I run this, now it will check temp counter is 6 now. Then it will reassign the counter. So okay, my row counter is as of now it is 1. So it will move to the row counter is equals to 2 and temp counter is equal to 0. Again it will convert it to temp counter as 1. So now if I run, so I have this data. Okay. So all the data it will update. So let it run for the one iteration. Then we'll check the data. It's updated accurate or not. Okay. Now just I will copy this data. I will go here final data and update here. Let me copy this data as well. Okay, and I will just transfer this data. If you observe this both the things, the data has been updated as the accurately. Okay. Now let me go to this data table sheet again and I will run. I will just click on the play button. So all the data has been updated here. Okay. Once this is done, just I need to save this. So taking this name dot save. Okay. Or else you can keep it as close. Here you need to update save changes is equals to true. What it will do now, it will just save that. So before closing that Excel file, it will save. So it's closed. So now let me go to that particular file. So where is this file input? In this input, I have this sample data macro. Okay, not this. This is the macro one. I need to go to sample data. Where is this? Okay, you can see this data. So now what I will do now, I will just stop this bot. I mean, I will just stop this Excel execution as well, macro one. Okay, let me close this as well. Okay, I have killed that. Now I'm going to the Uipath studio. From this here, I will run. So whatever I have declared here, let it be. After that, I will take one more Excel application scope. Okay, after that, I will take this execute macro. Execute macro. Okay, I need to take this Excel macro file path. So sample data. Okay, and I need to open this macro file. So because I need to get the macro name. So let me go to Visual Basics. So this is my macro name. So just update it into the executed macro here. Done. Okay, let me close these files, Excel files, and I need to delete. So this is my sample data. I just deleted. Okay, now running this bot from scratch. So we have to wait until the execution should be completed. It will take a couple of seconds. So just we'll wait for completion of this execution. Okay. Bot execution has been completed and it run the macro has successfully. Now I'm opening the data sample data file. Okay, now you see this. So the first step, what it will now, we got this data from the notepad, I mean text file. So whatever the data is just updated here. After in final data, I just filtered this data. The same thing which we done, but it's not working in a Uipath. So please try from your end. If you get, please post a comment in the comment sections. And finally, I converted this, enter the data into the one data table. So as of now, I done with the VBA. So please mention the comments. So I will do the same thing in UiPath as well. Only this data extraction part. Okay, only this part is pending in UiPath. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.